Spring has finally reached the Canadian Rockies, and I am starting to explore further away from the trailhead, further away from the roads. And so I am in the process of starting to pack up my bag for some runs coming up next week, as my kids have spring break and I'm going to train quite a bit more in the mountains, starting to ramp up my distance. So to start with, I am going to throw everything here into one kind of running pack. For me, I'm using the Salomon Advanced Skin 12. The 12 liters part is what's important, I guess, in this. Is it's big, holds a lot of gear, and I use it with the bladder because I use a lot of water. On a very hot day, I will throw in some additional water flasks as well. I like these because they just fold right up into nothing when I'm done, and they're easy to fill up in a stream or something like that if I need to as well. The rest of my gear almost is primarily around safety and comfort when I'm on the trail or if I get hurt. So to start with, I have a first aid kit that I put together. I'm missing a couple items today, which I will pick up over again the next couple days. First is running tape, some blister bandages, some normal bandages, and they all will fit into this nice little plastic container that came with the first time I did it, and I just keep renewing it. Some anti-chafing cream. I just carry kind of a partial tube. Water purification tablets if I'm in an area, like if I'm not at the top of the mountain where there's fresh snow runoff, I will throw one of these in as well. A whistle. I don't usually bring this one with me because there's one built in on the pack, but just to show you that a whistle is important. This will go a lot further as far as sound goes compared to just yelling and screaming, so these are good things to have if you get hurt. I will also put in kind of a multi-purpose pocket knife. For obvious reasons, you never know when you're going to need something like this. They're not that heavy. I have a smaller version that I often carry as well. Headlamp, fully charged in this case, on some spare batteries. Even if you're leaving during the day, it could a 4 or 5 hour run in the morning can quickly lead to spending the night, especially if you're a long ways off trail and you get significantly hurt. You'll be much better off if you have a headlamp and you provide a little comfort that it's sitting in the dark all by yourself. I'll grab all that and throw it in a plastic bag. Maybe not the headlamp because it's generally water resistant, waterproof. But the rest of it, you don't want to be all wet and trying to put on a wet bandage. Wet tape. Just keep it dry. For simple reasons. I throw in various mixtures of fire starter. This one today has got a flint, a lighter, and some fire sticks. They're just kind of compressed bark with wax, and they will start kind of at any time. Make it really easy if you're out in the rain and you get hurt, or like right now it's spring and everything is wet. This will help you get that fire started a lot quicker. And I would practice using it a few times because even with these, it's not just one strike and you're off and you got a nice big fire going. So I'd practice that. Useful thing to have if you're going to end up spending the night. It's a little bit heavy and I wouldn't carry this on a race, but if I'm by myself in on a long trail in the mountains, definitely would throw this in my bag. Emergency blankets or emergency bivy sack if I'm going for a full day. I usually have one, probably two of these at any given time. Toilet paper, that's pretty obvious. Follow the trail etiquette, bury it, cover up the leftover, what you don't want to have. Leave a big mess right beside the trail for other users. This is a GPS communication device. This one's made by Delorum. It's now made by Garmin. This allows you to text back and forth using satellite. It also has an SOS button that goes right to emergency services, as well as you can navigate on this and send your points or updates, and so your family or whoever you arranged pickup time or just as your check-in can see where you're at. So this is kind of a useful item. I've only used it to kind of extend my check-in times and stuff with my wife, but I hope I never have to use it. It's just like insurance, you never want to have to use it, but it's nice to know you have it. Bear spray. It's that time of year. Bears are going to be coming out here. It's early spring, and bear spray is probably the most effective tool. I've spent a lot of time working in the woods and trail running. I've never had to use my bear spray, but it is light, and from all the experts I've talked to, they say this is the best tool for your defense. This is a waist strap band. I've never used this. I'm going to try it this week, and I'll let you know how it goes. I know friends that use this for mountain biking a lot, and my wife had recently purchased one, so I'm going to take it for a few runs this week and see how it goes. Nutrition. I carry twice as much as I think I would consume, and the longer I go, the more whole foods I'll bring. So I'm going to bring, if I go for a 6 or 7 hour run, I am going to bring some sandwiches, something a little more substantial. Living on bars is not my favorite thing to do. Base layers, you're starting to see this to be more of a requirement for races. This is merino wool, kind of tights, long sleeve shirt. I will always bring these, and I will throw them in a plastic bag, try to compress them as small as I can. But if I get hurt or it's raining and I need to start walking out, it's going to be a slow walk. You're going to get really cold if you still got your wet clothes on from sweating. I will quickly try to switch them out if possible. Put these nice dry clothes on next to my skin, put on my rain pants, and try to make it out that way. You'll be so much more comfortable. If you've ever had to stop, or you just stop for lunch or whatever, and you realize how quickly you get cold, even on a kind of a warmer day, especially if you have to spend the night, you don't want to have to be doing it wearing wet clothes. A buff, or kind of a neck tube, it's great, it's versatile. It will go act as a hat, keep your face warm, whatever you need to do if it's windy out. They're very light, and a great item. Again, throw all of these in a bag so that if you have to do it, you don't want to take out wet clothes. And even on a warm day, you will sweat, go through your pack, and get these wet. So put them in a plastic bag. Rain gear. They make rain gear really, these manufacturers now, sporting clothes, make some pretty impressive stuff. These are rain pants, kind of geared towards running. They're made by the North Face. They're extremely small, and so they compress nicely. They're worthwhile bringing. A lot of people don't do it, and they will push through it. And I can understand why. I have used bigger rain gear before, and it takes up a pile of room, not comfortable to run in, and I would never run in them. So, but these ones are a lot better. Rain jacket, simple rain jacket that's waterproof, and a hood is critical. So I have seen people go out on these events or on the trails wearing the rain jacket but no hood. I can't imagine doing that. Even though I hate running with a hood on, when it's windy and it's raining and you're in the top of that mountain, that hood makes such a huge difference. And if you're hurt, boy, you want to be comfortable. So they all fold up now into these nice tight packages here, and I throw everything into the hood of my rain jacket, roll it up tight, shove it in the back of my pack at the bottom. You don't need to put this in a plastic bag because it's waterproof by design, and as long as you got it all nicely put into the hood up against your back, you should be fine. Mitts or gloves, for obvious reasons, if you're spending the night or you have to walk out, these are great. They're so small now, you put them in. I also have some waterproof ones because some of the races now definitely require that. So, but these ones aren't. These are just kind of a base layer. Again, working in the woods for a good part of my career, when they do get wet, I just take them off, wring them out, and it's still pretty warm. So that's what I've done for many years. And so that's pretty much it. I'll throw it all in my pack, go for a run this week. I will test it out, and if there's something I missed or you feel I should add to my kit, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you found any of this useful, hit the subscribe button. I'd like to hear comments, and hopefully this is useful for you and provided some kind of value, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope your training session goes well this summer as you prepare for your next race. Thanks for joining me.